Hi friends, this is Joe, and this is episode number 185 of the Dekahedron RPG podcast. And if you pay attention to those episode numbers, you might be saying, hey, what happened to episode number 184? That's next week. I know 183 was last week, and I forgot this topic when I was recording the episodes. And so I recorded next week's topic earlier. So this is OSR October, and I've been following the list of topics on the Vagabond GM blog, and this week's topic is magic items. And I didn't even bother to roll on the subtable, the subtopics, to see what I wanted to talk about magic items, because as soon as I mentioned it, I knew what I wanted to say about magic items. And this is something that I used to do in the old school days, but I don't do it anymore. And I don't know why not, because it's a great thing. It's a very fun thing. And what that is I used to have this deck of index cards. I don't have them anymore. I probably lost them in a move or something. And when players started, a new campaign, a new game, when they made a new character, I would just put out the index card and they would draw a card, and on it were these minor magic items, and they would pick it and they would just have this minor magic item to play with. Their character would have it. And what I liked about this is these weren't huge items. This wasn't like a +1 sword or anything. This was just this little utility thing, and players just found ways to have the neatest fun with them. And when it comes down to it, that's what a game is about, right? It's fun. But anyway, like one of them was one of them was a firestone, I called it, right? It was just like a little rock. And when they said the activation word, a flame would come out of it. Not a big flame. They're not going to use this to cause any damage. You would need a very compliant foe to be like sit there under the flame, waiting to be damaged from it. But it was good for like lighting tinder or for lighting a torch or a lamp or something like that. And you could just blow it out and it would go out and wait for you to say the activation word next time around. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, gee, Joe, that sounds like a Zippo lighter. Ha! Yeah, that's what it was. Most of these magic items were just things that like teenage me looked around and saw and said, if that was in the medieval environment, they would think this was some sort of magic item. And I made these minor magic items. Another one was I called it portable bard, although these days I would probably call it bard in a box, right? It's just a little box, and you ask it to entertain you, and it plays a song or whatever. Yes, this was just a Walkman. Yeah, I'm old. We had Walkman back then. Anyway, that's all that was. But yeah, you give that to a player, and yeah, they have some fun with it. But I had this one player, and she actually would use that portable bard as a distraction in like dungeons or wilderness adventures. If she thought they were being followed or something, she would set it up to play, and she would go off and hide. I think she was a thief. She would hide in shadows and wait for whatever it was to come investigate the sound. And then she would either, she would choose how to encounter them, whether that was a backstab or a hello type thing. What was another one? A cheater's coin. You flip the coin, it was a copper piece, you flip it up in the air, and just listen for the words heads or tails while it's in the air, and the last one it hears before it lands, that's what it's going to land on. Another one was a scroll of persistent vision, right? It was just a scroll, you hold it up, and whatever it sees, you say the activation word, cheese, and it just draws that image onto that parchment, and it stays there until next time you say the activation word, and it resets. It was a Polaroid camera. No big deal. Anyway, like I said, I had this whole big deck. Just put them out, let the players choose, and they just had so much fun with it, and I kind of miss it. Almost think I should bring it back. Anyway, that's all I have to say for Magic Item for OSR October. I don't even think there's anything uniquely OSR about it. There's nothing stopping me from doing this in a newer age game. And you know what? Maybe next. I guess the reason is because I play much lower Magic campaigns than I used to back then, and I think that's why I stopped doing this. But it's a shame because I think it would add fun, and maybe next time I will. That's all. Thanks for watching and your listening. And until next time, happy gaming, happy life. Bye.